The Galactic Council chamber floated in the void between stars, a crystalline structure that had witnessed 10,000 years of diplomatic discourse. Today, it would witness something unprecedented. Spencer checked the chronometer on his wrist. For the third time in as many minutes, the young human officer stood rigidly at attention, his dress uniform crisp despite the 6-month journey from Earth. Beside him, Quinn adjusted her tablet, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface as she compiled the final presentation data. Nervous, she whispered, her green eyes flickering toward him. Terrified, Spencer admitted. We're about to introduce humanity to a council that's been debating our membership application for 2 years. Quinn smiled grimly. Well, they wanted proof of our technological capability. They're about to get it. The council consisted of 7 species, each representing a pillar of galactic civilization. The Vortec, insectoid merchants who controlled trade routes spanning 100,000 light-years. The Matherian collective, energy beings who had transcended physical form millennia ago. The Krell Empire, reptilian warriors whose honor code governed military conduct across known space. The list went on, ancient, powerful, and deeply skeptical of the newcomers from Sol-3. Ambassador Thelanax of the Vortec clicked his mandibles impatiently. Humans, your species has submitted an application for council membership. We have reviewed your technological assessments, your cultural databases, your military specifications. His compound eyes glittered with something that might have been amusement. Frankly, we find your claims exaggerated. Spencer felt his jaw tighten, but Quinn placed a subtle hand on his arm. Control, honored council members, Quinn began, her voice steady and clear. Humanity understands your skepticism. We are young by galactic standards. Our first faster-than-light journey occurred only 70 years ago. But we have learned quickly, and we have built something that we believe merits your attention. Built. The Matherian representative's voice echoed through the chamber like wind through canyons. What could a species barely past its atomic age possibly build that would impress civilizations millions of years old? Quinn's smile was raised. Spencer, if you would. Spencer activated his communicator. Hangar control. This is Lieutenant Commander Spencer Hayes. Execute protocol revelation. For a moment, nothing happened. The council members shifted in their seats, mandibles clicking, energy patterns flickering with impatience. Then the viewport activated, the Titan class. Warship Indomitable emerged from hyperspace like a god stepping into reality. It was 5 kilometers long, a leviathan of human engineering that dwarfed every vessel in council space. Its hull was composed of layered neutronium alloy, dark as the void itself, studied with weapon emplacements that numbered in the thousands. Fusion drives the size of skyscrapers glowed with barely contained stellar fire. The ship's profile was brutal, utilitarian, designed not for elegance, but for one purpose: overwhelming force. The council chamber fell silent. Spencer watched as jaws went slack, as energy beings destabilized into formless shock, as the Krell War Marshal's claws actually retracted, an involuntary response to a perceived superior predator. The indomitable, Quinn continued, her voice cutting through the stunned silence, is the first of humanity's Titan-class warships. She carries a crew of 15,000. Her primary armament includes 72 plasma lance batteries, each capable of glassing a planetary surface. Her secondary systems feature 360 missile tubes loaded with relativistic kinetic kill vehicles. Her defensive grid can withstand a direct hit from a stellar flare. She paused, letting the information sink in. And she is not alone. Humanity has constructed 12 Titan-class vessels. They form the core of our deep space defense fleet. Ambassador Thelanax tried to speak, failed, tried again. This is impossible. The resource requirements alone are considerable, Spencer interjected. We strip-mined 3 asteroid belts and established industrial complexes on 17 moons. We developed new manufacturing techniques, new materials, science, new power generation systems. We did it in 15 years. Why? The question came from the Krell War Marshal, whose honest-guard face showed something Spencer had never seen in their species before. Genuine fear. Why would you build weapons of such magnitude? Spencer and Quinn exchanged glances. This was the moment that mattered. Because, Spencer said quietly, we read your histories. All of them. Every war, every conflict, every species that was conquered because they couldn't defend themselves. We saw the pattern. Quinn took over. Humanity learned a lesson in our own history, one written in blood and ash. Peace through strength. We don't seek war. We came here seeking membership, cooperation, mutual benefit. But we will never ever be defenseless. The Indomitable rotated slowly, its weapon systems dormant but clearly visible. It was a statement made in steel and plasma, impossible to misunderstand. Your species built this in 15 years. The Matharian collective's voice was barely above a whisper. It took the Krell Empire 2 centuries to develop their dreadnought class. Humans, Quinn said, are exceptional at 3 things: innovation under pressure, rapid industrial scaling, and applied violence when necessary. We desperately hope the Council will give us opportunity to demonstrate the first 2 rather than the third. Ambassador Thelanax's mandibles clicked rapidly, the Vortec equivalent of nervous laughter. I believe the Council may need to revisit our assessment protocols. The Krell War Marshal stood, his massive frame somehow seeming smaller than before. Humanity's application for Council membership. I move for immediate approval, and I request formal establishment of military cooperation treaties, one by one. The other Council members voiced their agreement. Spencer felt Quinn's hand find his, their fingers intertwining briefly out of sight of the cameras. They'd done it. Humanity had earned its seat at the table not through ancient lineage or peaceful philosophy, but through the undeniable language that the galaxy truly understood, capability, as the Council began discussing terms and treaties. Spencer looked out at the Indomitable, hanging in the void like a promise and a warning. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same.